Once I understood what that status meant, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Not retained. Their internal way of saying someone was let go. Someone who worked there. Someone who had access, a badge, a paycheck. None of which ever applied to me. It felt surreal, like I'd been written into a story I never agreed to participate in. Somewhere in their system, I wasn't a candidate who made it to the final round and then disappeared. I was an employee who failed. That label followed me every time I considered applying again. I had questions. So many questions. When exactly was I fired? Who decided that? Was there a start date I missed? A desk I never sat at? A manager who never met me but somehow decided I wasn't worth keeping? The absurdity almost made it funny. Almost. The part that really bothered me was what it represented. That hiring processes can be so careless, so poorly maintained, that someone can be quietly marked as disposable without ever being given a chance. No explanation. No courtesy. Just a status update that rewrites history. Part of me wanted an interview with them again just so I could ask about it. Not even aggressively. Just calmly. I'd love to hear how they explain firing someone who never worked a single day. I imagine the awkward silence would be worth it. Instead, I closed the portal and kept applying elsewhere. I've learned that chasing closure from companies like that is usually pointless. They don't see individuals. They see records, checkboxes, labels that stick whether they make sense or not. The experience didn't break me, but it sharpened something. I'm less willing now to internalize silence as failure, less likely to assume that every closed door reflects my worth. Sometimes the system is just broken. Sometimes it's lazy. Sometimes it's ridiculous. I'm still job hunting, still sending resumes, still bracing myself every time an application disappears into the void. But now I also carry a strange story with me. One where I was apparently hired, failed, and fired without ever stepping foot in the building. And honestly, if that's the kind of place they are, maybe not being retained is the best outcome I could have hoped for.